here, and welcome back to the Season 1 1.9 Let's Play. It's been a long time since I recorded, and there's quite a bit that we need to cover. What's happened between episodes has been... a bunch of things have updated. I've added a couple mods, and I became a level 4 vampire. And maybe there's some new spells inside. I can't remember what I had last time. I know for a fact I've added smelting since last time. But I think that's about it. And this is actually a redo episode for me. We have a lot of things on our to-do list, and I'd like to just cover them one at a time for now. One thing I do know I'm going to have to deal with relatively soon is we're just making a bit of a crafting table update. I realized I had the option of. So what happened is I recorded the next couple of episodes. Luckily, because a bunch of mods removed items, it made a backup automatically for me before that. And there's about 6 episodes that were lost. I believe I had to deal with. They were all corrupted files, and it was quite annoying. Se1Ep8 has received a bunch of updates, so currently we can't really use it until I go to new chunks and go working there. Now, that's going to be annoying because new chunks aren't that far away. I actually know exactly how far I have to go before I run right into new chunks. They are it's a very shocking transition when you get to that. Awesome. We're gonna need some dirt and a hoe. And some water so this stays. And my cat's being annoying. So yeah, we now have a method to fly around our base at least, so that's good. But yes, now we're a level 4 vampire. I do believe, however, that means we actually take damage out in the sunlight. We're gonna need water. And a hoe. Yeah, anything that's had an update between episodes, however, is updated now. I've maxed out my vampire level, so we don't actually need this anymore. We'll stand here because this is where we fall the furthest, the quickest rather. And then we just boom, boom, boom. That, that, that. I forgot to get water. And faster to fly up this to fall to climb up it. And we're about to face a day. One of the things I need to look into very, very soon. That's about the only block place, the only right click type thing I'm able to do is Fire 2. Hopefully we don't need to fear too much this episode. Eventually this the vampirism actually has a weird bug that kick in at times, and I haven't quite figured out what causes it to kick in. But basically you get flight when you shouldn't. So that's a thing to consider. I should take the time to, but yeah, we need to start collecting ender pearls. I need 18 ender pearls for something I want to do, as that will give us the ability to, and now it's daytime, isn't it? Wonderful. We're gonna need that. So, I wish there was a speed boost ability. Here's the worst part. I know it's like nearly day and I have to wait until it takes over so I can sleep. And we can't really be too sloppy about passing into the night because the day is actually very dangerous for us. So yeah. So we're clearing out everything over here because we're gonna work on machines. Now I did this less than efficiently last time. Which means we're gonna do this efficiently this time around. So part of that means 1, 2 buckets. And what we want here is a infinite water supply because we're going to build a couple of things. So I have found that the best way to do this for what we have resource wise right now is what we want is we want a coal-fired steam boiler and a steam-powered pump. Those are the two things we really want. Everything else we can kind of do without from this tier. We also want one steam boiler tank now. Maybe. Yeah, we'll make a steam boiler tank because it's worth our time. So first things first, what we need is we need iron, steel, and brass. So brass, I know for a fact we have a bunch of right here. So that's bronze. We don't ever need bronze. We need copper and zinc. That's electrum. Okay, copper. Let me just double check the brass recipe. That's the brass recipe. Brass blend. It's 2 copper for 1 zinc. 3, so we'll do that. 2. So we need all the steel we own. So that's zinc. Now the next thing we need, we'll just drop that off, is we're going to want our iron crack hammer. And we just need to smash up everything here into a fine powder. We're going to make up mostly all of this right here now. And my cat's shaking the table that the microphone sits on. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. Got rid of the cat, who was very much getting on my nerves and probably causing some audio issues for the microphone. Now then, where were we? That's right. We had made up a bunch of brass blend, and we needed a smelting spell here. What does let this recharge? I can blow through about 8 items, I believe, per full charge. Uh, this is a lot faster than the other method that we have up open to us, which is there we go. The other method is actually just like making a furnace and smelting it. As I can't be certain I have my instant furnace that I used to have from Se1Ep8 for quite a while. So the other thing we need, and we can make 2 of these now. We're going to be going through a lot of steel, by the way. Yeah. We're just going to need 4 of these for now. 2, 3, 4. Also, it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also want a stack of. Yeah, we have very low iron, so I'm really nervous any amount of. Wait, no, I got that wrong. Stack of iron. There we go. Now then, what we need to do is. Okay, let me think. I need to make sure I do this all right. We do that. We just need to smash up an entire stack worth of iron. Does this work just as good? Yeah, it just wouldn't work. Good. Plus. Now the hope is that we don't have to dip into any other. And now we have steel blend, which I can do that with. So yeah, just forecasting cycles can actually entire deal. That's a really old death point. Wow, that's an old death point. Or no, it's not. That's a death point because we're thinking that forward mining base alpha point over there doesn't actually exist now. Yeah, those are from yesterday, and those are from an alternate timeline. Ignore them. I'll set up one for home later again. Okay. Alternate timelines are weird. Okay. This should be enough steel for now. Now then, what we need to do, and I hope we don't need to replace this thing. What we need is sticks. So we got sticks now. I believe I should only need 6 of these total at most. Okay, now then. Steam boiler, and now we need a not furnace, pump, which means we need more wood, and we'll just there we go. One, two, three. I think I'll need two more governors now that I think about it. Two more steam governors going forward. And then what we want, we need two more of those later, but we have the materials for those right now. Do we? No, we don't. But we need a steam powered pump. Also, those. We just go over here and 1, 2, 3, 4. Just grab a couple of those. This. Crafting general. And just one of those will do for now. Steam powered pump. Boom. Boom. Coal fired steam powered steam boiler and steam powered pump. Which, by the way, means we get to block off that. Why? Because now we just grab a stack of coal, pop it in here. Other game I forget what I was playing, but there's some game or another where I have my spell switch key bound to Q. Okay. Do I have buckets on me? Yes, I have on me. So it requires one priming bucket, and everything should pick up now. This entire system actually is self-sustained so long as it doesn't run out of power, which is quite nice. Now the next thing I want to do is steam boiler tank, which requires copper. So we're going to do that. Why did I do that? That's not copper. I have way too many metals on this wall. That's copper. One. It needs to be 7. Let's just see. You know what? We're not going to just make a bunch of these right now. So we do this. One. Do that. And boom. 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 Steam boiler tank. And now, by the time that goes up, we'll have enough power that we can start looking at the other things I want to look into. So, let's just dig into what we have going on here. One of the weird things here is Steam Advantage is not a mod just of its own. There's 3 mods currently: Electric Advantage, Power Advantage, and steam advantage, with power advantage kind of acting as an intermediary between them. And they all three of them also use base metals to actually provide the recipes, the metals for them. Meaning it's very modular. You really do not need more base metals in it of itself. Does quite a bit. It adds a lot more ores and a lot more types of metals for tools. Then power advantage adds a couple of things. It adds the base framework required for some things. And then you can move into the final mod, which is what is it called? I'm trying to think the name. I should know the name. I don't know which mod of his uses quantum power yet. The final mod, which is the filter conveyor. No, not these. There's steam advantage, which adds steam power. Then you have electrical advantage, which adds electric, and they all work really well together because they're all made by the same guy. And it's kind of got a tech tree, but you can skip to any point in the tech tree, which I personally have a problem with. We have a difference on opinion on how mod design should be structured. He's like, I don't believe you should have to craft something to get into something. I personally do. It gives a feeling of progression. But it does mean that I can basically skip to what I actually want out of his mod, which I guess is okay, I guess. Does this get used ever again for anything in Electric Advantage? Well, it will get used in Tech Reborn. Quite a bit by the looks of it. No, I don't see it being used in Electric Advantage. So this can go into crafting components, as can this. These are being held on to. So now what we need is electric. Okay, so what needs to come out of this is quite simple. We have a steam powered electric generator, an APSU, which requires a bunch of that. Now then, yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's do this. Good. R1 and caster. So target time 30 seconds of speed. Can I make that? Let's try 10 seconds of speed. Oh, I do have iron on me. Okay. And then we just do one of these. A speed spell is kind of important when you're a vampire. It helps you get from point A to point B in time when you're living like I am. If I was this space was never originally designed with vampirism in mind, so it was kind of added as an afterthought, which isn't horrible. Where's my thing? They never take it out? Oh, I guess not. Okay. So then we're gonna smelt out a bunch more of this. And yes, this is very necessary. We're also almost done this episode, so I'll be wrapping up very soon. No, it's not that. It's this one. Trying to remember which hotkeys are for which wheels is. Well, it's yeah. I might increase the power of that speed. 10 seconds is more than enough, though, to do what I need. And of course, I naturally have a speed boost as a vampire. Now, what we're here for is this. Just hold right click, collect everything. Just grab a. Now let's grab a couple stacks of these. We'll use one for crafting, and the others are going to be used for other things. So, you may have noticed I have a little something. Called a crack hammer. I've used a couple times. It's starting to get low on durability, which is unfortunate. Now what this is used for is another one of the balancing points of these mods actually that I disagree with. I need another crack hammer. This is the crack hammer I really want to get to. I can't. A stone crack hammer could do what I need it to for now. We have Pam's installed, but we don't actually almost all the crack hammers hit like a truck too, which is awesome. I guess one of our best bets actually would be a steel crack hammer, but I really am nervous about steel for anything other than machine. But you know what? Steel crack hammer should have plenty of durability, so it should pay off. Now then, what I was I do? So for now, I just want to finish off a stack of potato. Reason for this is I'm going to need a lot of starch because, well, the starch is going to pay for itself, really. The starch is one of those big old crafting components that need a bunch of This smelting recipe could be better, I'll be perfectly honest. Now that electric. Okay. Electric. Oh. I need steam powered electric generator is what I need now. You can use copper rods with these to make one copper. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about some of these recipes. Okay, so ingot copper, we just do this. We'll make a bunch of those for now. Notice that uses steel, so I need one of those. I've got that steel. Steel frames. Okay, now keep on working on the machine. I got most of it. This actually said to be. Yep, thought so. That, which means that. We're just gonna grab as many of those as I can. The microchips, which requires silicone, which requires. We'll make 18 of them. And then we just toss this on the ground, crack hammer it up. Part of the problem I have with the mod is just how easy it is to use a crack hammer. That's the thing, like, you can sit on a bunch of crack hammers forever and never really need to worry about it because they can be used to double ores. They pay for themselves so well. The mod does not like base metals has ore doubling built into it, which not a lot of mods do. It has alloys and everything. It's got some really cool metals built in, and it's just one of those mods that. Okay, there we go. Done. Yes, I did do the math to calculate how to pull that off. And then I could go with some solder. I'm not going to work with solder right now. Lead is labeled as a solder. Right, if you look here, it's going to show lead from base metals, tin from base metals, silver from base. So those three can actually be used as a solder. Honestly, if I was going to balance this mod pack, I would make sure they were not labeled as a solder. I would. It's like, I would make them actually have to create craft solder. It's a little bit more work, yes, but it's, in my opinion, a bit more balanced. So power supply unit, okay. Right. 1, 2. If I need to craft some more of these, I just will. Now then, there's a lot. I don't know. This is a mod where I would really, in a mod pack, gut 99% of things and how they're labeled. Have these recipes. I do not like the recipe design of this pack. I feel it. I don't know. I feel like it's not the greatest. It's a lot of having to gut things to get things, and supposedly it gets easier to craft things as you craft other things, and everything gets easier as you go. But it doesn't even feel that way. But it's a fun mod. I enjoy my time with it. Yep, steel. Always craft things in even numbers with this. It's this one. Now we have electrical power. Now what we want is We don't want electric oven, we want electric arc furnace, which is dirt cheap. Uh, yeah, I thought so. A half stack. So let this fill up. Sometimes it's easier just to do things like I did there, where I did all that. And then we do this. And then this. One of these in the middle. And you got an electrical arc furnace. Which is absurdly powerful, I'd like to point out. Now then, we need... let me see. We have one of these, so we need two more of those. Yeah. What? Just so you can see what this is. It is one of those things where you're like, why is this even allowed? So much nicer than I've been doing, isn't it? So now then, what we need is we need one of these, two of those, we need two of those, and we need flower pots. I know for a fact I need. We've gone 10 minutes over time. I'm very sorry. So we're gonna make a cut here. And then I'll see you all in the next episode where we continue on with this bit of progression. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.